Hi, Dr. Tolman. This is my midterm reflection with my work experience. I am going to be referring to some notes, so I will be looking away from the screen at times. But I did want to start off with my environment for my practicum. It's been very good, a very good environment. Of course, I did know everyone going into the experience. So I was able to go in and just really feel relaxed, and also it's a very calm environment. There's not a lot of hectic situations over there because it is just that one department with the deans and the VP and a secretary. Institutional effectiveness is also located in there. There's several departments that report to the VP of Academic Affairs, meaning the library, IT, institutional effectiveness. So you do get to see a lot of different types of situations. I have been going over there actually in the office, and one way that I got acclimated, even though I knew everyone, I was still going into their department, so it was a little awkward. So one thing I did was just sit down with every single person to find out exactly what they do, how they did things, when did they take lunch, just so that I could be acclimated into their department and not feel like I'm being a burden on them by being there. So I would rank this experience so far as a 4.5, maybe a little bit higher. It's just really been good. I've been able to see a lot of things that I didn't know about in academic affairs. Mindy Glanders, the Vice President of Academic Affairs, and she is my mentor. There's 3 deans, Leslie McFarland, Christy Bivens, and Michelle Likens, and they've all been very helpful, helping me with my project that I'm working on. I think that the component of my portfolio that kind of applies the most is when I was looking at all the classes that I've taken. A lot of the classes, I can see how I can use those while working in my work experience. I think overall, being able to apply some of the things that I learned, the politics of higher ed, different things like that, it's really helpful when you're doing something in a different department. You wanted me to talk about my biggest eye-opener. I think it's because I didn't realize how involved it was when you were setting up classes like a brand new program, or looking at all the different components that go into making a class. And one example is we've just started an agribusiness degree and diploma program. And of course that's very big in our area and in Georgia because of the agribusiness. Seeing that in the year 2050, there's not going to be enough food to feed everyone because of the growing population. So getting people into agribusiness is a huge thing. But setting up that, I sat in on 2 meetings where they were actually going over the budget and looking at different things and making sure that every little piece is put together to where the budget's put together to where this instructor is going to have everything that he needs to make his program successful. That to me was an eye-opener because I deal with a budget every day, but mine is salary and supplies, and that is a little bit different than when you're having to deal with all the different components that you're having to submit. And if you leave one thing out, then you may not get it. So that was definitely an eye-opener to me. I think that Miss Mindy Glander, I think that her philosophy is very similar to mine. I don't think we differ a lot because we share the same things as administrators. I run a department, she runs a department. We have our employees and our students come first. We want to make sure that everything's done right as far as making our staff happy, but also making sure that the faculty is involved as well. That's some of the things that we, I think, view together. The differences, I don't see a lot. She doesn't answer emails as quick as I do. I think that's one thing that we differ on, but I don't think that's really that much of an issue. So I really think that we just view everything the same. I think that I would love to know more about the SACS accreditation side. I haven't really been able to work a lot with them on that because they've already gone through their accreditation and their renewal, so they're not really working on that heavily. She's shown me how it looks, what they have to do, but that one thing that I would love to be involved with is the next time that they do an accreditation or a review, I'd love to be involved in that. Because to me that's very important. You have to make sure everything's in order. I have been sitting with institutional effectiveness some, and that has been interesting because that's, who really works on that type of thing, and the surveys and the different things that go out to the faculty and staff. That's definitely been interesting to me. So that is my reflection as of now. Oh, I did want to say that my project that I'm working on is how we can work with the transition rate from the adult ed side to the academic affairs, meaning the students that are in there for remediation, moving them over to the tech side to where they can get into the credit program that will help enrollment. And one of the things that we're really working on, and I'm working on, is taking either the remedial classes that the students have to take and moving those over to adult education to where they can make sure that everything runs, the student stays in and stays involved and then gets into the credit side. And then also we're looking at putting the one semester TCCs in place to where someone can transition right into there, have one semester, and then be able to go to work. And we're incorporating some of the programs that are outside of our school, such as WIOA, which is the Workforce Investment Opportunity Act, and that provides childcare, transportation, tuition, everything while someone's going to school, and then also places them into a up to 14-week internship. So I'm working on a plan that links all of this together to where we can have this on file, so that when people come through, then they automatically can follow one of these options. So that is my midterm reflection. It is going very well. I'm very excited to see how it ends, to where we can get all of this done. So I hope you have a great week, and I will look forward to speaking with you soon.